All right, boom, we are live. Another episode of Brownwater Banter. I am Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Cates.
That's right, and we got a great show for you lined up tonight, man. This is an episode we've been working on for a little while here. We've got Clyde from the Louisiana Cajun Navy. I got a good feeling that a few of y'all have heard about that before. Man, the Cajun Navy, they made national news. They've been doing some great stuff with all volunteer force of guys bringing out their own boats and taking charge of the situation during disasters like hurricanes and any type of natural disaster, I believe, right? But specifically hurricanes, in a way that I think only Louisiana people can do, man. I got a special place in my heart for that state. But before we get the show started off, we're going to let you know about our sponsor. We mention him each time, man. Helps us keep the show going. Dr. Robbie Williams at Southern Magnolia Smiles. If you're local to the Gulf Coast area, you're looking for a great dentist, easy going guy, man. They've been doing all the safety precautions since COVID started. He's got a great, friendly staff right over here on Washington Avenue. Dr. Robbie Williams at Southern Magnolia Smiles. Hit him up. They're on the interwebs here, Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine, at Southern Magnolia Smiles, or jump on their website, southernmagnoliasmiles.com, or just give them a call, 228-215-1202, and they will take care of you. Joey, tell them about the special that Dr. Bob's been running.
I just went last week, got in and out in about 30 minutes, got my teeth clean. Dr. Robbie came in and saw me, left with a free toothbrush, free toothpaste, and some floss.
That's right. And all you got to do is let him know you heard about him on the Brownwater Banter podcast, and you'll get the same kind of treatment. So let's get the show rolling, man. Like I said, it's going to be a good one tonight. If you're in the comment section, man, start lighting it up. Let us know your questions if you got any. We'd love to hear from you. So let's bring Clyde in here. Clyde, what's up, man? How are you doing tonight?
Oh, man, like I said, just COVID chilling. Just
the new term for 2020, right?
Yeah, just COVID chilling. It is actually cold outside, very cold.
It is
30.
Freezing
so
outside.
that totally true statement. But yeah, just relaxing, man. Trying to regroup, reprocess 2020 and get ready for 21.
God, let's all hope and pray that it's better than 2020, right?
Ooh, I hope so, man. We got some waylays between the storms and the and COVID. It's been one heck of a year.
Yeah, man. I did a little brief intro on you for people that's tuning in. Louisiana Cajun Navy. I got a sneaking suspicion that a lot of our listeners, a lot of our viewers have at least heard about you, right? So, am I describing it right to say that y'all are an all voluntary force that is disaster relief, right? Specifically, or the majority of hurricanes, but y'all probably do more than that. Am I right?
Well, we do as a group, Louisiana Cajun Navy. There's different groups now that have grown, and they do different types of relief. Most of us we all do the quick emergency response relief after a storm. We all also, the bigger groups, we all also have search and rescue equipment to go out and help, before a storm, recovering animals, getting them out of an area that might flood, moving shelters, doing that type of stuff, right down to this year I cleared I-10 East and didn't even know it right after Sally. So, we go there and we're on standby to back up the EOCs, the emergency operations, and all the first responders. And like you said, it could be anything from a tornado aftermath or pre-storm stuff. This year it was a lot of pre-storm and storms, hurricanes.
Now, y'all are strictly volunteers, right? This is all.
Well, it started off small like that. We do have a core group. I do run it. My Louisiana Cajun Navy is an LLC, and we have our nonprofit is Louisiana Storm Patrol, which we are able to do extended relief through that. But it takes money to put in the gas tanks.
Absolutely.
I've gone through three new trucks in 5 years, and so it takes money to operate. But as far as anybody profiting from it, all the people that come in during the storms, like in Lake Charles, that help, everybody strictly volunteer that come in. They give their time, they bring donations, and they bring their talents, whether it be management or whatever, and help, make it all happen.
That's awesome, man. And I've seen some other. There's like a United Cajun Navy and a Mississippi Cajun Navy. Is that all the same thing?
No, we're not. See, a lot of people will just say the Cajun Navy, and the Cajun Navy is basically it's a movement. It's a grassroots movement that happened. It just happened in Katrina when there was a call out for one thing on the state senator, somebody called out for boats and people. Now those people were dubbed the Cajun Navy, but they don't know each other. It was just that was an event that happened. Then after that, people started grasping hold of this could be something. And then by 2016, I started my group. We have 311,000 followers. We've grown up to, the other groups that they're, United Cajun Navy, good friend of mine, Todd Terrell. We work alongside each other, and we really all try to coordinate together. I mean, because that's what we're all about, right? Everybody working together. There has been some division out there and over the years, with, that happens. Testosterone guys are, we're the original, we're the ones, we're the number one, we're the original official. And it's like, come on, guys, this isn't about that. But,
Right.
on the surface, everyone does have a conception that we all know each other. And I happen to know a lot of the leaders, but we don't all work together. It's just, like I said, it's a movement. It's an idea that works, and rightfully it should. If you've got the assets and someone else has the needs, you put it to, it's simple. You just got to have the passion to want to go do it and know it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some comments rolling in, man. I don't know if y'all can see more.
Jared's internet tends to do this time.
When you're in, but Josh Harmon said, am I back? Am I out?
No, you're still. You got that
clipping,
dollar?
right? I don't know, man.
Tell Jaden to get off the. His son's sitting there probably playing PlayStation the entire time while he's sitting there doing that.
Yeah, somebody's eating up the weight. The
bandwidth.
Any better?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right, yeah. So Anthony said, we see y'all on your endeavors and God bless. So definitely, like I suspected, the people that our audience have heard of y'all, man. But that's killer. So it's a grassroots kind of thing, right? I mean, did you say that someone reached out for help, for individual help, one of the governors or something at that time, or state representatives?
I kind of caught some of that, man. You're skipping, really kind of cutting in and out on your vocal.
Joey, take over.
He was saying after Katrina, one of your the governor of Louisiana, they asked for help from the boats after Katrina, is what you were saying.
After Katrina, actually, we met some more resistance. Katrina, they met some resistance, but it was just run over, let's go. And then the last when we had 2016, we had a few issues, but after that, it was just Harvey. We literally were rescuing the first responders. We were getting them out so that they could get out and rescue. So, it's every event is different, but we're ready to play all the roles when it comes to the rescuing part. Myself, I think I just did my last year after the few things I've gone through, 5 storms. I was caught in the eye wall of 2 of them. I got caught right on the beach down there in Biloxi for Zeta.
Yeah.
I took a left turn. I was live, and I was like, now everybody's like, where are you going, Clyde? No, turn around. I'm like, and suddenly I was inside of a water spout. And I actually, honestly, I was just telling someone the other day, I thought I didn't know I was in one until after I processed it. I actually thought that I'd caught the surge. The first wave had come over my Suburban. And for the first time in my life, I'm sure I turned white. My rider was looking at me going, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Why? And so my timing was wrong, and by the time I got there, but yeah, I think I just did that. That was my last inside of the hurricane deal. I'll be on the outside navigating from now on.
I don't blame you, man. If you watch any of our shows, which I don't know if you will, I am definitely afraid of hurricanes and storms and everything like that. So if I'd have been with you, I'd have been jumping out of that truck for sure.
Yeah, and then the second part, going back to the waves were lapping over the hood, and like I said, I just bought that truck 5 days prior to that, and I went in there to get a buddy out of there, and I'm like, man, it's just a little bit. I'm trying to convince myself, and the further I look down 90 west, it was just the surge, and I was lucky to get right there and get out.
That's crazy, man. But tell us how this started. Like, how did y'all form, and how the history of your part in the Cajun Navy?
I was sitting in this exact room here in 2016. I have my daughter. She lives with her mom. She's about, at the time she was probably 11. And my mom usually will come running when I'm in town, when I'm not doing, some project or something. I'm usually gone. And she'll tell me, what's happening with the news. And normally it's somewhere else and it doesn't really matter, because I've learned that
Right.
through storm. People have, a hurricane happened next door and we don't know. But she came and told me there was it was flooding. So I went outside and I didn't see any flooding. I came back in and I got a call from my daughter, and she asked me to come rescue her, which she's one city over, one parish over. And so from it being flooding, so that was when the reality set in. And I went over there. A buddy of mine, he passed away this year. He helped me start it. Corey Labatt. We both got over there and we started, getting boats together and going in and rescuing. And I'd heard about, the Cajun Navy before. Didn't want anything to really do with anything like that. But came back and I was just sitting here, man. I was just wrestling with God about it. I knew it. I knew I could organize something and do something with it. Needed to be. And so I did the Facebook page, and then I wrestled with God probably about another 2 hours for about putting my phone number on there, because the whole world has my number now.
Yeah.
And so I did that. First call was the National Guard giving me coordinates about a dog on top of a roof. And I'm like, is this how it's going to be? Are you serious? So, but I got out there and I met John Snyder, Bo Duke, got in the area locally. I delivered 11,000 meals in 11 days, and then once, I just momentum built, and it started to grow, and I was kind of stuck in it. I was like, I've been telling people, man, God wants you to get out the boat. He stuck me in a boat. And I've they call me the Admiral. I don't know everybody. Like I said, I don't know half those guys. They speak a coon ass language. I don't know. I don't understand. You go over there down there in the boat, yes, yeah. I've learned it, but half those guys wouldn't listen to me if we all were one big Cajun Navy. But there's a lot of groups out there, and like I said, we just happen to have the biggest one. I haven't been on live for about probably, I think if you've watched, it's been a while. Since the accident, a lot of people haven't known about the accident. It's been kind of hush hush. But preparing for this year there was really no way to. I mean, we got 5 storms, the worst being Laura, and it's still. I mean, they haven't even touched the surface. I mean, just getting some electricity on was miracles, much less what's being done down there and debris wise. It just looks like spaghetti, line, toothpicks, and leveled. It's tough. We stayed there 3 weeks and served 3,000 people a day, and we've ramped up. We've been able to ramp up to that now, but we have 311,000 people platform to reach out to, and we've done it. So we know how to just bring people together, and I just put my management skills and my entrepreneur skills and everything in there, and just organize it. And we run it just literally like a jazz fest for 3 weeks, and just feed everybody. Get them their supplies and get them on out there. And that's about what we are capable of doing with a team before we burn everybody out.
That's awesome, man. And we appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we're in the same boat as y'all, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere on the Gulf Coast, you're hurricane prone. It's almost like a militia when it comes to town, when the government can't get to you and there's no other, I mean, you got elderly, you got sick that can't get out. I mean, y'all are pretty much the last leg of defense, right?
Yeah, there's people out there,
Clyde,
they're diabetics. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, man. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that, like in Lake Charles, I mean, the first thing we did as soon as the hurricane was over was we assessed it was bad. So we knew there wasn't going to be a bunch of boat rescues. We parked boats and we went into the field and went in just scouting, because there's not enough. There's no way the fire department, police department, everybody all put together can go and do welfare checks everywhere the people that didn't evacuate. And, we found people. I mean, one guy, he almost died right before him. There was another food, I mean, that's where he'd gotten to 2 days after into it. There's just, you got to go out there into the places where most people won't go to for fear of whatever. Those people are people too. And a lot of times the people that get left behind are the ones that are the middle class, low income, week to week areas, and they just get left out. So we go scout those areas, talk to those fire departments, and actually supply the fire department to feed that area. Just we just try to keep it simple. You know, if I can bring 240 meals right here to these guys, and they feed the Army while they watch over us, and that makes, you know, as long as it's 1, 2, 3 for me, it works. So this year, Laura, like I said, Laura is way worse than Katrina. I mean, there's people there that are not being, it's not being showcased enough. No one knows. Everyone thinks, you know, it's over with, it's done. But there's people, like even right now, that are suffering and may die because of the lack of supplies or you know, medication and stuff because of COVID. You know, being able to see by anybody.
Yeah, we got a buddy who's been on the show, JJ, and he works in Texas, and he says Lake Charles is still just leveled to the ground. I mean, it's just a disaster area still to this day.
Yeah, and it hasn't gotten any funding. Of course, it happened in Louisiana, man. We know, I know, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars that came in, because I'm involved all the way up to the FEMA level. I was back in 2005. I fought FEMA for the trail to give up on them, but they got to be pushed, and they don't show up now. I'm just gonna say it the way it is. I didn't see FEMA in Lake Charles. I was there, buddy. I was there a hot minute for 5 weeks straight, driving the streets and everything else. Did not see them. And, you know, for a disaster relief organization that's supposed to, I mean, that's the first thing, is be boots on the ground and show up. You know, they don't. And then Red Cross comes with their stuff, and it's still the same poor, pitiful system that has been since 2005. I don't. The only change I see is for the worse, and that's why we have risen up, and that's why groups like us are excelling. It's because it's not because we're great or anything. It's just that, you know, we're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're allowing us to do it. I mean, they're gonna. It's, you know, that's not costing them a dime for us to go out and do what we do. And you know, if anybody's out there doing it for the glory, man, there's no glory in watching people come through your line all day starving. You know, that don't have any hope or any you know, plan in sight of what they're going to do, because, you know, they just weren't prepared for this.
Yeah.
Clyde, when I hear you say that y'all, like, couple things I want to say. Like, at first I kind of thought of y'all more as like search and rescue immediately after the storm. I don't think I realized that y'all kind of embed in that place for a while and help the local population after the storm. So that's new information for me, and that's great.
We keep that media attention on it. You know, I mean, if I've got this platform, it's not for me to just show everybody how, look at Clyde, he's here. You know, I keep the media attention, and with that many viewers and people sharing, then, you know, people, what do they look at these days anyway? They don't watch their TV as much as they watch their iPhones or their, you know, their Galaxy 8 or whatever. Everything's watched right there. So you've got a captive audience. So we crowdsource and crowdfund that audience. And work through that, and just, you know, all the things that are available through those. I mean, they're tools. We have Zello, which we can talk to anybody, anywhere, when you download that app. It keeps us all in, you know, you can have a private channel, you can have your wide open channel, talk to the public. And this year we got with Comms Connect Us, and they provided us with 265,000 ham radio listeners on standby. So we pretty much, if you were on a corner somewhere in Nebraska and didn't have a coat and you were freezing to death, we could have picked up the phone and talked to them, and they could get someone in that area, because they pretty much blanketed the United States.
Yeah, that ham radio stuff is cool, man. It's almost like a small militia in itself. You know, the people do it.
That is the militia, but
yeah,
that's the ones right there. Those 265,000 people are all on one side. Trust me.
Yeah.
Nice. Another question I had on something that you mentioned was, you said y'all deliver these meals. Are the meals crowdsourced as well, or can you explain that to me?
Sure. So again, everyone wants to volunteer. The biggest thing is sifting through what's coming through and volunteering and staggering it and organizing it logistically, so that, you know, you don't have 5 people showing up at the same time with a bunch of donations, and you're trying to offload that. And we're working that over here on one side of the parking lot, while people are coming through a drive-through part where we've got Operation Barbecue Relief. They provide us with, you know, when they come in, they provide us with 1,000 meals or more lunch and dinner. So I had that right away to serve. This year, the big thing was clamshells. A lot of people learned what clamshells were. They were like, what's a clamshell? It's like, all right, everybody, it's a to-go box. All right. That's what we need, to-go boxes. And we just put the food in there and we run it. It's just, I mean, I make a joke. If you're watching my videos, I'm on there. It's looking like Chick-fil-A on a Saturday over on my lot. Because, I mean, they're coming through. We're giving them stuff, putting them water in their trunk. I mean, they're just like, what's going on here? This is like fast food Walmart. And
like a pit crew.
Everybody just, keeping them in the car and keeping them rolling with a hot meal and just out and then come back at dinner. And but that's all sourced. Yeah, that's all crowdsourced. We have people come in that bring in food. Some want to come in and cook. I've got Todd Terrell from United Cajun Navy I can plug in with. He's got, he's got all the pork roast, just everything coming in, chicken, whatever. That's all in these big reefers that we can cook. So we just utilize it, our resources, combine our resources, and just keep it. Once we've set it up and keep it flowing. We even had Zydeco music out there, live people from a local area up there playing this year.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do y'all have something that I could flash on the screen to where if somebody's watching this, listening to it right now, that they can make a cash donation like digitally?
Well, we just had a comment. I hate to interrupt you, but we just had a comment asking if there's a I guess you didn't go to your website. Like if they wanted to volunteer or do anything like
they can go to
or something like that.
LouisianaStormPatrol.com.
Let me see if I can.
And they got a killer Stormtrooper shirt that I'm gonna buy because it's pretty
that's
sweet.
On Storm Patrol gear.
Yeah.
But, yeah, LouisianaStormPatrol.com has if you go down, there's videos that has there's everything from any awards we've accepted. Our store gear where we sell the gear that keeps us going. There's also videos, highlight videos. I think I kicked on FEMA so much they made a video about me and made a video about us, what we do. And, they're actually, they buy our shirts and the shirt. I made the shirt kind of against them. We don't wait for help. We are the help. But they buy it and hold it up proudly. And I'm like, it's kind of like that's like kind of like a Cowboys fan flying over here to go see the Saints play and they lose. The Cowboys lose and they buy a Dallas Sucks shirt,
Yeah. Rub it into the wound.
That shirt there, that's actually Storm Patrol. That's our 501c3. But everything's on that page. You can donate right there. That's the nonprofit. That goes all. That's all nonprofit. And then there's like I said, just check out the bottom. It's mobile friendly, so you can it's geared up to your mobile interface.
I got your orange shirt flashed on the screen right here. That's one of them, right?
If you go to their website, Jared, they got a whole shop. Yeah.
Is this the other one here?
That's the Storm Patrol. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a couple people asking in the comments. Let's see the gear. So there you.
Also on we have our YouTube channel is Louisiana Storm Patrol. That it has they have promo videos about kind of stuff we do, kind of a little short 2-minute video.
Do y'all have a Venmo account or anything like that?
We do have Venmo. Let's see, Venmo is, I have all this written down somewhere, but I'm not in that office. It's not Venmo. What is this? I guess Venmo is the one that has the $sign first.
No, that's Cash App.
That's Cash App. Okay, I know I have that one. Oh yeah, I do have Venmo.
That's what the young kids use, is Cash App.
Yeah, we have all that. It's on our page on Louisiana Storm. And if there's a question, you can go to Louisiana Cajun Navy, hit the message bar and message, and you'll get an answer right back. Louisiana Cajun Navy is where all the action stuff is, where all we do. I say action, but that's where I put the most of our content, because Louisiana Storm Patrol is more of, like I said, it's the long-term project stuff that's going on, and we share it over there. But I run all my live videos and all of our lives and everything we've done. You can go back and see Lake Charles and kind of see some of the days we were out there in 108 degrees serving 3,000 people.
Yeah. Now that was Mr. Richard Parker who sent that message, and they just got done fishing a tournament on Ross Barnett, and I don't think a whole lot of people know is that the Cajun Navy's working with Mississippi Navy on them 2 duck hunters that are up on the Mississippi River that have been missing for a while.
That's Todd, United Cajun Navy. Todd. Was another Cajun Navy got kicked out up there because he doesn't do it the right way and go check in with the EOCs. He's got to be the renegade that goes and makes us look bad. But Todd's up there, and he's United Cajun Navy, and a lot of his people have been up there and have been up there looking for the boys. So.
Yeah, that's a bad situation. They went duck hunting Mississippi River, going for 14 days now, 15 days, something like that.
That's sad.
Damn.
That's on our page, and those kind of things like that, man. It's tragic, and it's just like us. We can just in one brief moment of not paying attention, which I've done several times. I got caught behind the dam over there in North Carolina, not paying attention, going down a side road, and the dam broke, and I was in a flash flood and pulling one of those toy haulers, black toy haulers. So it's just in an instant you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, not paying attention, no matter how professional you are. No telling what happened to the boys out there, It's just a sad situation for them.
Yeah. We hope everything works out, and hope that everybody.
Now, to answer your question, so we got different groups that do extensive things like they'll go do search. I don't do that. I've seen enough people, dead people and addicts and stuff like that, different other places along the way, here and there in the water, that I don't go. It's not something that that I or my team do, but we're prepared when we're out there to see that, but I'm out to rescue. I'm looking for live people, and a lot of it after the search and rescue, like I said, is feeding. And then right now we have 10 people, not many people reach out, but 10 different families reached out and asked for help. And so we did the Secret Santa thing behind the scenes, to where, we don't publicize that, in fact, you won't find many pictures of any of the people we rescue on my page, because I'm not trying to exploit people, and they don't want, in their worst moment in life, I don't need a picture of them in my boat to say I rescued them. It's just, a lot of that stuff stays off. I want to show you all the more joyful things. I've showed enough of people living in tents and stuff because FEMA doesn't help, but definitely, it's Christmas right now, so I'm just happy that we can help 10 people, in the background.
And y'all just don't do Louisiana, right? I mean, y'all go all the way through the coast, because I think when I contacted you the first time, y'all was headed to Orange Beach for that hurricane, right?
Yeah, that was Gordon. We came down and we went for Gordon, and then we took off and we went to Florence, which was a real mother up there in the Carolinas. That one kind of hovered over us. That was one I almost lost my life in truck in, and a lot of guys got scared in that one there. A lot of things happened in that because of all the different topography and all that we weren't really thinking about when we got there. After that, it was actually the first one we did was Harvey, and then we came over, and that's when, after Harvey, things really got big for us because we did such a big, large area. And again, it's just man, everybody in Houston that could hear a radio call of us all talking was the Cajun Navy, So again, it's really hard to take any credit for other than being a part of it. It's just too big for anybody, one person to say, hey, I run this, because you don't really. It's what runs it is the spirit inside of us, the innate spirit inside of us to help others and help people and relieve them in their time of suffering and need. If you've got that opportunity and you have that asset, you're going to do it. It's just who we are.
Right.
That's the beauty of the grassroots kind of, vibe that y'all have going on, man. I mean, it's decentralized, you know what I'm saying? It's not about the glory of one person doing it. It's not that structured in that way. So y'all are out there, like you said, putting assets to use, right? For people that don't have it and that need it. I want to know, like, what's your background before this? I heard you mention like managerial skills, and it sounds like you got a pretty good grip on logistics. What did you do before, during, this?
I've always been I've been an entrepreneur since I guess 1990 when I came off the road. I used to ride around and sell T-shirts for the bands. Actually,
I knew you were music, man. I knew by the way you were talking. I knew you had something to do with music. I knew it.
My first concert ever. I love this, man. My stepbrother brought me to see Zeppelin in '77, and at the LSU.
It was all down here from there, huh?
Well, no, I mean that's what I thought, and then years later I got to start working with a buddy of mine. He called me up one day. He goes, "Hey man, you want to go on tour?" And I knew he did the merchandise for bands, so I ended up working with Poison and Great White, but my first big concert tour was Iron Maiden and Anthrax. So I got to go with those guys, and then that's all I did was manage merchandise. Came off the road from that and started. I went to school. I stopped and went to school for audio, video. That's why I'm able to do all this other stuff I do, graphic design. And then I started working for the Saints and working for the Dome until they made the Smoothie Center, because we got, you worked the Saints game, you didn't make much money, but the George Strait concerts and all the big concerts, managing all that merchandise, I made real good penny. And and then after that, I went off into doing what I do, doing my photography and building businesses. I built the jazz club in Hammond called Sugar Canes Jazz and Blues back, I think that was 2003. We started Art Walk here that still goes very well, and a barbecue festival. Also invented a thing that's got a camera that runs with it's called Raspberry Pi. Put it in your vehicle, it looks right through your Wi-Fi. And we're about to be the first live virtual reality search and rescue team. You'll be able to sit on top of my roof and do like this while I go into the wall. As somebody else goes, because I'm not going to do that anymore. But we have that. It's called Halo. It's actually a system I built for transportation and for the fleet management, because you can put a camera in, watch the driver and everything from the driver up outside and all. It was all live and it was all being streamed, so you could even pull a video from it. And we were about 2 years, almost 3 years ahead of technology, like it is right now. But I've got that I do. But everything's just been, main thing I am is just a graphic designer and an entrepreneur. I build businesses, and that's what I made Louisiana Cajun Navy. I made a business. They beat up on me going for commercializing the Cajun Navy. I'm like, guys, how do you think I get what I get done on the level I get done? I can't do it on my dime, even though I took an SBA out this year to keep on going, because if other people are going to believe in what I do, and I do live videos to show them where their money's going to go, I'm going to, I put in too for that. So hoping I can recoup that. But, SBA is it's a great plan, and it's a low income or a low payment loan to keep a business going. So
that's awesome, man. I think that's great.
We were busy this year, and we didn't get we didn't get a whole lot of, and I didn't expect it. We didn't get a whole lot of donations as far as, it wasn't a lot of cash flow and all that stuff. A lot of it was people coming in, helping, doing what they could. Because of COVID, there was a middle class, and all the business owners of America are the people that really kind of support us. And when middle class America and all the small businesses are half shut down, then, I didn't really expect it coming in. As soon as COVID hit and all that, I knew we were going to have to get some funds pulled in that would, get us to keep going, doing what we were doing.
I think for me, it's, usually 1 or 2 people get hit by a hurricane each year. On the Gulf this year, we just got
everyone
hammered. You know what I'm saying? And usually the states that don't get hammered will send funds, and then 2 weeks later they got hit. So it was, I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it just was a bad hurricane year this year.
Yeah, that definitely had some. I watch, I keep track of it. Years before, we got more than enough donations coming in, and got to keep the company running. And but yeah, definitely this year, that's sort of it was like, well, everyone was holding on to everything as it was for COVID. And then here come the hurricanes, and you're holding on like, oh, they got hit, and then we got hit, and then they got hit again, and it's just, and they're not writing no checks, guys.
Yeah.
So go They're not like out there going, okay, here's your second check. No one's handing out checks. So, for me, I think about those people out there right now. Just, I mean, I can't imagine. You don't know what's coming next, and it's cold. That's always the hard part after season is once your shelter's been wiped out. A lot of people don't think about this. Those people out in the cold now. They've got holes in their roof, or it's things aren't working right. So I know there's a lot of cold people, and then there's the people that move into a tent. There's a lot of people right now living in tents that were not living in tents months ago. So, but
it's tragic for sure.
People, you won't see them. They won't be on either.
Still with us?
Yeah, I was wondering if that was mine or his this time.
I think it's his.
That's all right. That's another one of these COVID issues, man, that we got to deal with, having to do all this shit through the internet. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. There you are. You back?
Having routing connecting.
We can hear you. We just can't see you.
Yeah. Which is. Can you hear us, Clyde?
You're just a spinning wheel.
Yeah. I've been stuck in the spinning wheel of death multiple times here. We just have to kind of power through it.
Yeah, I think we're back now. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. You just gotta roll with it. What's your advice, as much of the storm stuff as you've seen, to people? Prepare early, be prepared, evacuate, don't evacuate. What advice can you give to people on that?
I think the success of this storm season was the fact that a lot of people evacuated. Everyone got out of town. That wasn't, it could have been bad. If sometimes had they not, had the other seasons not been before this, been so rough, people heeded that. But always, it's always have a jump bag, have a little tote bag we give people. And you'd be amazed if you tell them stuff like, get a whistle and put it in like a whistle. I'm like, yeah, whistle, man.
Yeah.
If you're down to your last breath and you're in your house, that whistle may save your life when I'm, have a whistle. I told that to FEMA, and you'd think I just said maybe we need a rocket. What, a whistle? What a genius idea!
Hey, everybody's seen Titanic, right? I mean, that's how Rose got off saved. I mean, damn.
Get a whistle, but so it's whistle. Always have everything. Download it on. We've got flash drives. Download all your information down on a flash drive. Have all your stuff somewhere so you can grab it and go. If you got to go, pack your bags now. But you got that one bag that's always up to date, that has everything, including your medications and stuff. A lot of people run out the door and then they get to a shelter, they get somewhere, if they even open shelters, which those are becoming a thing of the past. That's really crazy. Shelters are just not opening. And just and having a clear evacuation plan. I mean, I tell everybody, plan your vacations. If you're in the South, we call them hurrications. So it's a hurricane. You're leaving. Make sure your vacation is in hurricane time. Leave a little bit open so you can get out and you can kill two birds with one stone. Evacuate and have a vacation. But a lot of people can afford that, and then you got the elderly. So they're a whole.
We did that.
Huh?
We did that. Unfortunately, me and Jared, when the hurricane hit Biloxi, we were in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
So we didn't get it till it got up there. So
and that was not planned. We just went on vacation with our families, and when we left, there was nothing going on really. I mean, we knew some stuff was brewing in the tropics, and from that week that we were gone, it formed, hit, and then was out of here by the time we got back. I was like, man, that's crazy. I haven't missed a hurricane in Biloxi since 1983. I mean, I've never evacuated.
Yeah.
And just come back.
They came through. Those were some big. I mean, just like Laurel was huge. Coming in.
Yeah.
She was huge. She pounded, and I was behind the Walmart right there. Not even 3 exits up from Lake Charles. And man, well, you want to get a safe place, get behind the Walmart. Opposite side. Walmart will be there. I promise you when it's over. Everywhere I've ever gone. And but I was like, man, I don't feel the wind. And Jordy's like, the wind's out there. And he went to sleep. So I did what I do, man. I start inching. I get to the end, I pull out, and the truck goes, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I was checking the way." He goes, "I told you it was 120 miles an hour. Back up." So I was like, "All right, man. I just, I'm just that kid that's got to touch the iron to see if it's hot, So I got out of the truck, went walking, and it was blowing stuff everywhere. But yeah, it's for for what we do. The hardest part of what we do is not the rescuing and going in there. That's probably, I mean, as you know, you're pretty amped up and hyped up about, getting through and making sure everybody's okay, and you're on full adrenaline mode, protection wise. But the hard part is once you stop, and then everybody starts coming and bringing all the stuff and getting it all set up, all of the donations, and just everybody's wanting to help, and but when the people start rolling through that line, and you meet them for the first time, and then they come, and after 3 weeks, you become, "Hey, what's up? Hey," and some of them are crying, and some of them are happy. And it's just, man, you deal with every kind of emotion, with these people. That's what takes a toll on me the most, is just remembering their faces, and remembering, just how grateful they were, but yet just how terrified and distraught they were of what had happened to them. So it's funny, because a couple of psychiatrists have contacted, "You guys y'all need some free counseling or something. We're here for you." I'm like, "I don't think you wanted me in your office. I promise you that." I'll be like,
change jobs.
I'll look like Bear in Armageddon. "Man, stuff's kind of emotional for me, man."
Yeah, that's awesome. I know exactly the scene you're talking about too.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, it's I'm questioning how long I can do whatever. I've been 5 years now, 15 just kind of in the background, but 5 years active. So definitely I'm trying to unite with United Cajun Navy and get this thing rolling like it should, like the government should be working on FEMA. We were working on ours to just where it's just streamlines and just goes, and we push buttons, and we deal with. I mean, there's some guys who go out there, and we're talking to them on the phone, on the Zello channel. They're rescuing people and all, but I might not see them this year. When I see them next year, it's just all virtual. It's definitely a virtual search and rescue and relief company.
If people are out there and they want to become a part of the Cajun Navy and become a part of this disaster response, how do they go about that?
They can sign up on our website. Is the Guardian system, where once you fill in all the information, it kind of sorts you to what state, what city you're at, and if they don't get an email right back, just please bear with us, because it's under construction, making sure those get filtered back out. There's a lot of people apply, but you list your categories of, there's a category for what your specialties are, what when can you plug in, it's got all the information, or all the questions that they would need to isolate where they're at, so we could utilize it. And a lot of them says, "Do you want to travel?" And they'll travel, willing to travel. And at that point, we go through those. Tina, I know, goes through those, and we contact them, and then just put them on standby. Just let them know, just wait, because when we sound the alarm, everybody knows, even people on our Guardian system, and if they call in, then we already have them in our system. It's a lot easier to vet them. The thing we have that over the last 5 years I've watched real closely is that the things that people can blend in with us, put a shirt on, and be burglarizing houses, or
I wondered about that.
Or they could blend in with us and actually human traffic some people away, or kidnap somebody. It's the prime opportunity for criminals to do what they do in those arenas. So it's really crucial to us that we change up a lot of things, our credentialing and all that. But again, the public doesn't know. Somebody pulls up and says, "Hey, with the Cajun Navy," they just jump in the vehicle or jump in a boat. And that, for me, that's been something I've really been addressing behind the scenes with the authorities and everything, for them to police us more. Hey, you guys need to police us more, so that y'all know who's out here, so someone can't slip in, and that doesn't get thrown on us. Right. So that's just some of the key things that we try to do each year, the next year, better than what we did, because the only number that matters to me is just the number of people we didn't rescue. or the number of people that couldn't be fed or whatever, but due to whatever it is, and just try to get past that, and keeping it non-political, non-biased. It's, that's what works for our group. The other groups, they've gone over, taken a picture with Donald Trump, put on their page and all that. And I was like, that's great, but you just shot yourself in the foot because this isn't political.
Right.
That's right.
And if you need the president for affirmation for your group, then you're an idiot. Get out of here. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But so that's how I keep my page. I mean, I'll talk about God. I'll talk about, obviously, after surviving a crash, and 5 storms, but I'm not trying to shove anything down anybody's throat there. And the only thing I'm trying to press and impress as a group and as a company is we want to inspire others to do what we do and do it the way we do it, with compassion, and just get out there and do all you can do. But all you can do is enough, and don't turn a blind eye to what's going on out there.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. I love it, man. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Honestly, it does not. So I've got I've flashed the website. That's the one you told me, LouisianaStormPatrol.com, right? That
Yes, sir.
should be the location where they can find somebody that wants to know more about you, wants to donate, wants to become a member or a part of what you're doing, I should say. That's where they can do it.
Yes, sir. That right there is the One Hub link up. It branches out to our Facebook pages and all, but that's where you want to go for just
Cool.
one stop.
Get a shirt, sign up, give some donations.
Watch some of the cool videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Clyde, unless there's anything else you want to touch on, man, we'd hate to miss anything for sure. We sure as hell appreciate your time tonight.
Well, I'd like to say, we're talking about people signing up and stuff like that, and becoming a part. I got COVID, and before it was COVID, you wouldn't know. Clyde's going to get it before somebody else calls it a name. I got it back in January, early January. Actually, it was late. It was right at Christmas time. I went under the bridge there, and we took care of 100 of the people under the bridge in Houston that were all that were living in tents. So we replaced every one of their tents. Gave them all gave them zip up mummy bags. Gave them a lot of things to help them get through the winter. And of course, hugging on all those people, praying with them, doing all that stuff. My whole team got violently sick for about 17 days. Some of us, and I got treated as a serious upper respiratory infection. That's what I got. But and I said all that to say, I got out there, and I that happened, helping all those people. And a lot of people tell me, just like with the accident, you don't deserve for that to happen to you. Man, we live in a world that, it's just things happen to us no matter what we're doing.
Yeah.
I deserve or not. But everybody right now tonight, wherever you're at, you can get a thing of baggies. Go and get Nutri-Grain bars. Just make up a fast bag to give to somebody and carry it around your vehicle, just for the people out there that you run across that are asking for money or whatever. Hand them some food. You might know that person down the street, or know somebody that's living in an old tent. Bring them a new one. You are a part of what we are doing. If you go out and do that, it doesn't have to have a real label. I hate the label on it, but the truth is, it's in the word. I didn't make this stuff up. I'm just a doer. I just go out there and do it, and I do it with compassion. And I try to stay equipped at all times to help somebody. I'm always looking for the next person I can help along the way. So to be a part of that, and if you're asking right now, like, hey, how can I be a part of that? You are, if that's your mindset right now, and you're even asking. And you can do those things around your neighborhood for a little old lady down the street, or, just, I don't know what happened to the good merit badges we used to get as kids. Remember, we did the little old lady's yard, and we got a merit badge.
A little star on your shirt.
Yeah. So, just do it. I mean, if you want to put a shirt on and go out there and do it in the name of Cajun Navy or whatever, but just the action, the person that's out there right now asking, how can I be a part of this? You already are. You already are the minute you started asking and your mind started churning and thinking, what can I do? And when you open your eyes tomorrow, look around, and you'll see that little box that I'm telling you about carrying around. That was my starter. After I fed the 11,000 people, they cut us off from food. And I'm like, man, I got to keep feeding people. So I started making up bags and bringing them with me, and seeing those people on my journey of my day.
That's
Man,
awesome, man.
That's about as genuine of an answer as I think I've heard on this podcast. So I kudos to you for that, bro.
Well, I appreciate you guys. And I see that some of the people that like y'all, they're friends of mine down there on the Gulf Coast. So Monty Moncrief, and I think there's Jason Prince. You guys know that? Jason Prince. All good friends of mine. I worked with him at the Grand Casino.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now you getting in our turf over here. Now you're talking Grand Casino stuff. Now
I was on that swing shift. Boy, I got in so much trouble.
Yeah.
So that's how I met.
Well, Clyde, man.
There. But
we
man,
appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah. If there's ever anything we can do with anything, getting a message out about anything or rallying for donations or anything, man, please let us know, and we'd love to be a part of that.
You got it, brothers. I appreciate y'all, man.
Okay, man. Thanks for your time. Y'all have a great night.
Appreciate it, Clyde.
All right.
Man.
That's awesome, man.
Man, that was good. That was better than I thought it was going to be honest with you.
That was super good.
Yeah, his responses to me felt, like I said, about as genuine as it gets. There's no, I didn't smell any ego in any of that. Like he said, he hates the label, but he knows he's got to have it. If you want to be a part, you can go sign up with him or not. You can just help your neighbor down the street or, somebody that you see in every day interaction. So he nailed it. He nailed it, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, Joey, another good one's in the bag, man. We had a lot of comments in the comment section. We appreciate everybody that tuned in and watched. If you want to see more of our stuff, we're going to try to keep bringing you as many of people like this as we can, whether it be the Cajun Navy, local business owners that are doing good things for the community, hunting, fishing stuff. I mean, that's all our bread and butter, and definitely bourbon stuff too. So we hope you enjoy the content.
If you know anybody who you think fits the Brownwater Banter podcast show, give us a ring, give us a holler.
Yeah, hit us up on any of the social accounts that we have. They're at Brownwater B. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram,
everything,
Twitter. Yeah, pretty much trying to be out there everywhere we can be. We're even on LinkedIn, man. We're not super active over there, but we're trying.
We got a buddy on LinkedIn, Brandon Sherman. He's the only friend we got on LinkedIn.
That's right. Look, y'all have a great night. We appreciate the live viewers, and we appreciate y'all on the audio podcast listening in. We'll see you on the next one.
Later.